Angle in the first. Watch out.
Look at this.
Upton pops it up. Left side, Elvis Anderson's backpedaling. He is under it. He puts it away. The Texas Rangers have won a postseason series.
The Texas Rangers are American League champions. One swing. It's tied! Garcia sends it down. Nelson's corner. He's at the wall. And the legend grows! It's back! The Texas Rangers win the World Series!
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Right on Rangers Live, coming at you top of the ninth. Rangers down 4-3 to the Colorado Rockies. We're up 3-1 at one point. Rubber match of this series, tied one apiece. Rangers off day tomorrow, and then getting on a flight to Southern California to take on the league worst Angels right now for a 3-game set. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday day game, before the Rangers head on back home for another Silver Boot series with the Houston Astros at Globe Life Field. We're going to finish this one out with you. Evan Carter is your leadoff man, and then the lineup is going to turn back over up to Jock Peterson, Foscue, if anyone gets on, Alejandro Osuna. Big news in this one. I think you definitely are concerned about Brandon Nimmo and the injury that he may have suffered running out a ground ball, almost beat out an infield hit, was in a race with Kyle Freeland, Rocky starter to the bag, stretched and looked like he may have tweaked something on that play. He did reach base with a single and then promptly exited the game. So hopefully all is well with Brandon Nimmo. That's probably, I think, one of the big headlines coming out of today. By the way, Danny Jansen pinch hitting. Just the guy all of you were looking for to pinch hit right here, I'm sure. DJ, what can you do for me, baby? Let's go now. Yeah, Soldier, this is why I love you, man. The comment is, when does the schedule get easier? When does the schedule get any easier, right? That's what everybody was telling us. You were just needing to get past those 40 games. The schedule was going to get easier, and we were really going to see the Rangers take off. Yeah, that was the theory, right? That was what the apologists were pushing. And look, apologists different than probably what I do here at Right on Rangers. We love the Rangers. We're passionate about the team. Love them to death. But I will say this, we're not sugarcoating anything. Rangers' inability to consistently win so far this season, good teams, bad teams, it does not matter. You got to take care of business, and the Rangers have just not been a team that, even against bad teams, has consistently taken care of business. You'd love to see them start, though, right now with a little ninth inning rally, a little ninth inning magic, starting with Danny Jansen. Unfortunately, DJ is going to strike out swinging. Brilliant pinch hit. Look, Evan Carter against Bernardino, that is a tough one, man. It's a really tough one. You're probably not really feeling great about Evan Carter up in that spot, but you really don't have any bench options. All you had was Danny Jansen. And you end up coming back with Jock Peterson right now, who's not the best against lefties either. Only takes one swing of the bat, and then we do have Justin Foscue coming up, who has absolutely raked since arriving at Coors Field. Called strike, and we're in a 1-1 count with Jock Peterson. Holly, bad feeling 100%. Bad feeling 100% about that. Yeah, Cripple King, I'm with you. The loss on Monday, definitely looming large if the Rangers are not able to come back here. 100% looming large. You should have won that ball game, kicking the ball around all over the yard. Big win yesterday. Everybody's feeling great. Back-to-back bombs by Berger and Duran. Everybody's feeling really good, up 3-1. Looked like the Rangers were primed to go ahead and score another 10 runs. Jock is going to wave through a 91-mile-an-hour fastball here, and it is a 2-2 count. Come on, Jock. Get on base somehow, baby. Please tell me we didn't use up all the hits last night. Jock with 4 hits last night. Incredible game. Come on, boys. Man, obviously that swing has made Jock millions, but buddy, you are trailing out towards the dugout, dude, on that swing. Come on now, baby. Stay locked in here. Jock running towards the dugout on that swing and a miss. My goodness. He's going to hang tough here with a foul ball. Nice pitch right down the pipe. Felt like that was probably Jock's. And that was right there. He was way late, but looks like he's going to reach on, is it catcher's interference? Wow. I thought for sure he just fouled that off. Catcher's interference. Jock Peterson gets bailed out of this one. I cannot say I was feeling great about Jock's prospects. Catcher's interference. Maybe a gift here. Rangers potentially going to have an opportunity to tie this game with one gap shot. Could go ahead with one swing of the bat from Justin Foscue, who has been arguably, along with Zeke Duran, one of the Rangers' hottest hitters, especially since showing up in Colorado. Brad, what's good, baby? Good to see you. Yeah, I agree. I mean, look, let's let the game play out before we go any kind of scorched earth. Let's just let the game play out here. But, yeah, it's frustrating. It has to come down to a 9th inning today after you whomp 10-0 last night. It's frustrating. It's got to come down to this. Hey, Henry, I saw your comment right before I saw one of your posts right before I hopped on X, man. I get the sick feeling too. You lose these series that are so winnable, it just makes you sick. I'm totally with you on this, man. Osuna in the on-deck circle. Foscue up to bat right now. Looks like they've got a righty throwing. This is the same guy that closed it out on Friday night. Or excuse me, on Monday night. Mejia. Called strike one. And Justin Foscue rakes against lefties, man. They've been talking about that. A couple of the beats have been on that one. Let's see if it can come true one more time. All right, let's get it. Strike one. Called strike. Oh, just need a gap shot. Home run, we're just getting greedy. Give me a ball in the gap. Left center gap. Come on, baby. Rangers down 1 run. Jock Peterson on first base. Ball 1 outside. You know, you've got Osuna up next. I'd imagine, unless there's like an epic melt here, unless there's a home run, I mean, even then, Bernardino might be in until Osuna. Justin Foscue is going to single to right field. Peterson advances to second. JF continues to rake at Coors, baby. This man cannot be stopped when he's hitting in Colorado. Foscue is going to be depressed as all get out when he gets on the plane and can't hit here tomorrow and Friday, man. It is ridiculous how hot this guy is right now. He's been facing a lot of lefties this series, but even against righties, it feels like he's been connecting. This is a tough matchup right here with Osuna. And you don't have anybody on the bench right now. You've got to ride with Alejandro. Come on, baby. Buck the trend here. Let's go. Pitch 1. Ground ball. What do we got? Stay. All right, Jock didn't get too far off the base. Infield single by Osuna, man. Just hit it where they weren't. Shortstop gloved it, but we've got bases loaded here with 1 out, and Josh Young, who's 2 for 3 on the ball game, coming up. Jungle Cat, please. Jungle Cat, please, baby. We're definitely getting the righty coming in the ball game now, though. Bernardino, he is done, man. He is done. Look, won the battle against Osuna. I mean, that was a nothing ground ball. We will take it all day long, Rangers Nation. We'll take it all day. 92, you know what? We'll give Alejandro a little more credit. 92 miles an hour off the bat, but still. I mean, look, that ground ball was easy out, if not for the shift that was on. We will take it, man. You just got to put the ball in play. We say it all the time. Beautiful things happen when you just put the dang ball in play. And now we've got Josh Young, man. There's so many ways you can do this. This feels like, and I know I'm being a little bit dramatic here, but this feels like one of the most important ABs for Josh in this early season. Dude, you don't have to win the game right here. We need a ball in the air. We need a ball in the air. That's it. And when I say that, let me get even more specific. We know how this goes. We need a ball hit deep in the air. Just connect, man. A sac fly. Thank you. We don't need a homer here. Just tie the dang game. That's all we need. I just do not want to see Josh get too big here. Come on, baby. Keep it simple. If they're peppering you outside, drive the ball oppo. Get this ball in the air to the outfield. That's all you got to do. There's so many ways to get this run home from third base. So many. JJ, you preferably don't want to hit the ball on the ground here. Double play candidate with how slow he is. You got to get this ball in the air. You're not feeling good about anything else. Ball in the air. I'm going to keep saying it until it happens. 4-3 right now. It's raining at Coors Field. It is 4-3 Rockies. Rangers holding on to hope for dear life. Bases loaded. Mejia on the pitch. 391 ERA on the year. 258 batting average against. 11 walks in 23 innings. He will walk guys from time to time. He's got nowhere to put Josh Young, so you should be able to get a pitch that you can hit here. JJ, don't get too aggressive here, baby. Don't get too aggressive. Wait on your pitch. Come on now. Come on now, babe. That is not the pitch that you want to swing at. First pitch. Josh, you're looking bottom of the zone sweeper. Come on, baby. That's not it. Hang tight here. Hang tight. Make him throw you a pitch, man. The pressure's on him. The pressure is on the pitcher right now. Make him come to you. All right, here we go. Pitch number 2. Is that a wild pitch? Is that a wild pitch? No contact? 4-4. Honestly, that is the best thing that could have happened because JJ was a freaking wreck in this at-bat. I hope pressure's off and now he can drive one in to put the Rangers ahead. JJ is a freaking mess right now in this at-bat. He swung at 2 balls. Thank you for the bailout, Rockies catcher, whoever you are. Thank you. Because JJ was not getting it done right there. I'm sorry. Over-aggressive, swinging at crap. Maybe now pressure's off. He can drive in this go-ahead run. Thank you. Thank you. Who's the Rockies catcher, man? Who is he? Let's see. Sullivan. Thank you. There's no way we were coming through there. There's no way we were coming through. I know that the people that just want to hear nothing but positivity aren't going to like this. He wasn't coming through there. Dude swung at 2 terrible pitches, and it was obnoxiously bad. I'm glad that the Rockies catcher drops it. He's being a little more patient right now. It's a 2-2 count as he's taking ball 1 and ball 2, both outside sweepers. JJ, come on now. Wipe the slate clean. It was a terrible start to the at-bat. Way too anxious up there. Just slow it down. Clear the mechanism, babe. Let's get this base knocked. And let's give Jacob Latz the ball with the 5-4 lead. Come on. Here's the pitch. And JJ's going to single. Ground ball to left field. Foscue scores. Osuna to third. It gets past the diving Rocky shortstop. Infield drawn in. The Rangers go ahead 5-4. The magic continues. The 9th inning magic. Here we go. Here we go. I called that one. Called it. JJ, pressure off. You had a really bad start to that at bat. Pressure off, tie game, and you saw him come through. I felt so much better for obvious reasons, but then for less obvious ones, I thought, hey, maybe JJ gets a new life here. Run scores, way less pressure. Sure enough, man. Look, if you go back to the actual AB, I don't know what he's trying to do with the sweeper off the plate like that, pulling it, but he ends up just getting enough velo on that to get it past the shortstop. Rangers take the lead, baby. Let's go. Zeke Duran just punished this one, man. Put this one out of reach. Let's go, Zeke Duran. Hottest hitter in the game possibly right here. I mean, I'm not kidding. That's not hyperbole. This guy has 15 RBI in his last 15 games. He's one of the hottest hitters in baseball. Zeke, put him away. Gap shot. Oppo, come on. He's trying. You'd love to bust this game wide open. I believe in Jacob Latz, but I'd love for him to have one or two insurance runs to play with right here. And you figure it's got to be Latz. I mean, he hasn't pitched in a while. I'm sure Latzy's back out there. Come on, man. We got to get this ball in the air. Come on. Zeke, come on. Zeke strikes out. 2 down in the inning. That was an ugly strike 3 swing. Come on, baby. Got to be better than that. Zeke's had a nice day. We won't get on him too much, but man, you got to put that ball in play somehow, some way, especially with Zeke's speed. Hit me on the ground somewhere. There was a lot of ways to get that done. That's really too bad. You could have used a 6-4 lead. Now it is up to Jake Berger, who's not another not bad guy to have up right now with how he's been hitting. Home run today, single today. Berger, another guy enjoying his time at Coors Field. Come on, Berg. Rain is falling down at Coors Field right now. Berger steps in the box. Ground ball, second base. Looks like this is going to do it for the 9th inning. The Rangers can't cash in more. Jake Berger, 110 off the bat, man. He smoked that, but it doesn't matter how hard you hit it. It's right at somebody, and the Rangers are retired. But not before Josh Young. I guess he doesn't get the RBI on the tie, but you know what? He gets the go-ahead RBI. It was not looking pretty. JJ stays in there, hangs tough in that at-bat, and Texas is able to reclaim the lead. It's 5-4 Rangers head into the bottom half. Watch Chris Martin come in. Don't play with my emotions that way. I did joke yesterday with the C-Mart activation. You know they're going to play him in leverage again. Like, you just know he is going to be in leverage again. By the way, get the barf bag ready here. Jock Peterson's playing right field in the bottom of the 9th. Jock and right. Please, baseball, do not find him. Don't find him. Jock Peterson going to play right field in the bottom half. Chris, I think that they were probably a little bit hesitant to bunt Duran there. It's not a bad idea. But I do think that it's for sure in their minds that Zeke is one of the hottest hitters, and hey, could he bust the game wide open? I think that probably has to be what they were thinking. Has to be. Because a bunt wouldn't have been the worst thing there. You would have had to have, possibly done some kind of, maybe even a safety squeeze, something like that. Not total suicide squeeze, but maybe a safety squeeze there. It could have worked. Who did they have on third? Osuna? Pretty fast runner. You probably could have gotten creative with the bunt there. I got to think they are trying to play for a big inning at Coors Field with one of the hottest hitters on the team up to bat. Yeah, it was Osuna. We keep on rolling. Bottom of the 9th here. So let's see. Rockies. Sorry, y'all just got caught up watching the broadcast. Rockies have 8-9-1 coming up. Karros, who is 0 for 2, does have an RBI. Sullivan, the Rangers hero, that can't catch behind the dish. And Sullivan also had the catcher's interference that allowed Jock Peterson to get on base. So Sullivan, kind of the hero so far for Texas in this one. He will bat second, and then McCarthy, who's 2 for 4. McCarthy's had a nice day. Moniak 0 for 3 if anybody's able to reach. Oh, actually, Goodman was subbed in for Moniak, so it'll be Goodman if anybody's able to reach. 1-2 to Karros right now. Lat's up to 23 pitches. Hasn't pitched in a while, though, so obviously you got the off day tomorrow, so he could still be fresh and good to go for that Angel series. Latz hasn't pitched in a while. It feels like, probably 4 or 5 days, something like that. Didn't pitch, didn't pitch at all Monday or Tuesday, right? So it was weekend. Was it Saturday, Sunday, something like that? Latz is at a 2-2 count right now with Karros. I'm going to lag a little bit behind you guys. I don't know what's going on with my connection, but I'm a little bit behind, I can tell. So, hey, if you want to spoil it for me, don't even worry about it. I never get upset about that kind of thing. Latz in a 2-2 battle. Karros fouls it off. On the season, Karros hitting .215 with a .614 OPS. I'm not a guy that's jumping off the screen to you. Jock out there in right field. They're showing him right now. Please, Lord, don't send it that direction. Oh, I thought they were going to get the check swing there. Oh, I thought they were going to get that check swing. Karros, only 1 home run on the year. Not necessarily a deep threat, but in this ballpark, you never know. He's got 7 doubles, so 7 extra base hits total on the year. There's Jock getting tested already. Come on, Jock. Come on. Jock makes the catch. The ball will find you. I mean, look, that has been so true for me at every single level. It doesn't matter. The ball will find you. Like, it will. And sure enough, very first AB, Jock out in right field. Where does the ball go? Right to Jock Peterson. He makes the play. And there's one down here. Fulford coming in to pinch hit here. Fulford pinch hitting for Sullivan, the Rockies catcher, who had a very rough top of the 9th inning, man. You could probably attribute this loss pretty directly to him based on the catcher's interference call, with Jock Peterson having 2 strikes on him in that at-bat. Combine that with the miss with the passed ball on the Josh Young swing and a miss. Sullivan not having a great day back there behind the dish. At least, let's put it this way, did not have a great half inning there in the 9th. Anaheim next. Yes, Anaheim. Rangers will enjoy probably going to some warmer weather, some nicer weather. It has not been nice in Colorado for them this week. 0-2 quickly on Fulford. Latz working ahead here. And looks like pitch number 3 is going to be a foul ball. Latz coming right at Fulford, man. These are pitches catching a lot of plate. I don't know if, and I really doubt if this is intentional. Latz may be missing some spots a little bit here. That changeup that he threw to get the swing and miss, I mean, look, it was filthy. He pulled the string, but that was middle in. That fastball on pitch 3 was middle out. A lot of plate right now for Latzy. Got to be careful here. Ball 1, 93-mile-an-hour fastball high and outside. Nacho, what's good, man? Come on, Latz. In Latz we trust. Yeah, the ball always finds you, Brian. Yes, sir. And we get a swing and a miss. Jacob Latz pulls the string again. A change up in the dirt. Gets Fulford swinging on strikes. The Rangers are down to 1 out left to get in order to clinch a series win here against the Rockies. They'll have to get past McCarthy, who's 2 for 4 on the day. Lefty-lefty matchup. McCarthy has a triple. He also has a single today. No RBI. Batting .297 with an .836 OPS on the year. Whew. Jock Peterson, man, getting the out in right field. How about that? Latz is absolutely a top 5 hitter in baseball, 100%. 100%. Look, he's not the sexy household name, but he is absolutely one of the best closers in baseball, whether he's getting the recognition or not. Ground ball, right side. Foscue flips it over to Berger. Rangers are going to get a series win against the Rockies. Improbable, down 4-3, heading to the top of the ninth. They get a catcher's interference call. They get a passed ball on a swinging strike by Josh Young, and they cash it in to take the series. Jacob Latz going to end up collecting the win in this one, but he saves the ball game, for lack of a better expression, here in the ninth inning for Texas, who gets on a happy flight out to Southern California. They have won a series after dropping the previous one to the Astros. They have now evened things up on the road trip. 3-3 road trips so far. Let's go make it a positive one, man. To think, you definitely not taking the Angels for granted, but you could end up being 6-3 on this roadie with a sweep. You look, 5-4, we'll take it. 6-3 roadie sounds real good, especially considering the way the Rangers opened up this road trip against the Astros. Love it. Great win. Excellent win. Did not feel good before the passed ball. After the passed ball, Jock obviously was the one who's able to reach on the catcher's interference and comes around to score. I felt a lot better. Felt like it took the pressure off JJ, and he was just able to do his thing up there. Josh was super anxious coming into that at bat, swung at 2 bad pitches immediately. Once that pass ball occurred, I think it really loosened up the mental a little bit for him, and he is able to put the ball in play and get the Rangers a 5-4 lead. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Cue the I Like Texas music. Get the boombox out. Bump that Pat Green, baby. Good to be in the win column. This was not going to be a fun live had the Rangers lost, man. You drop a series to the Rockies and the Astros, the 2 worst teams in baseball, arguably. That would have been depressing. This would have been major therapy session. So glad the Rangers are able to pull it off. Very impressive win. They come back again. They did it against the Diamondbacks a week ago today. How about that? A week ago today was the Diamondbacks' 9th inning magic. And they get some more Wednesday late inning heroics. This time, they get it from a passed ball and from a ground ball past a drawn-in Rockies infield off the bat of Josh Young. And the Rangers now improved to 24-25 on the year, just 1 game under 500. And you look at the scoreboard, there are a lot of games yet to be played in this one. The Astros lost today 4-1. You've got the A's and Angels battling it out tonight. That'll be some late night baseball. Looks like the Mariners are tied 2-2 with the White Sox right now. You could potentially get the Rangers really seeing an uptick here in the division. As of this moment in time, they are now just, a half game out of first place and a half game up in the wild card, that 3rd spot. Man, it is wild when you say these things out loud, just based on the inconsistency of this team. And that's what it is. I'm sorry. Like any objective party, I guess only the biggest homer, which, I mean, I am a big homer, no doubt, but only the just most oblivious, biggest homer in the world thinks that this team is like a consistently good offense that, is really on their way to winning a World Series title. I don't think that is the case as of right now on May 20th, 2026. But I will say this, you absolutely have a prime shot with the way the AL is playing out at not being like a 90-plus win team and making the playoffs. And I said it all really all off season and into the season, Rangers, they look like maybe high end, an 86, 87 win team. High end. I don't think they get to 90 this year. I'd love to be wrong. I don't think they get to 90. But the way the AL is playing out, man, I think you've got an opportunity here with how the division is shaping up as well. Same thing. I mean, I really thought that you would have the best path through the division. So it's ironic that they actually have the best path through the wild card right now. Of course, that's how baseball goes, man. Look, I will definitely agree with Henry on this one. I know all of y'all can't see on TikTok, but Henry says this team, basically, in comparison to the 24-25 team, has a lot more fight. It does feel that way. I feel like in the late innings last year, especially, the Little Rascals magic was fun. The Little Rascals run, they had, I think, a few late inning comebacks that really capped it. But I do think I would have to agree, just eye test, just memory. It feels like this team a little bit more resilient than the teams from the past two seasons. I absolutely would have to agree here, Henry. Appreciate you. Yeah, Nimmo stretched on an infield single. Wasn't meant to be. It got overturned, but was trying to beat the pitcher to the bag. Kind of did that long stride stretch to get to first base and looked like he kind of hit the base weird and stayed in the game, but eventually they took him out. Yeah, Aiden, they had nobody on the bench. To end this game, they had nobody. Skip emptied out the bench. Like, extra innings would have been wild, man. If they would have had to go to extra innings with no bench, you might have seen another pitcher take an AB a la Jack Leiter last year. Y'all remember that? 88, 88 in wild card, that seems to be in play. I still think this team's going to have a tough time getting to 90, 88. That feels like the absolute ceiling to me. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope they win 95 just to spite me. I'll be the happiest fan in the world, man. They win 95 and run away with this thing. But I've got my doubts on that, and I really think right now you're taking it a series at a time. You're taking it a game at a time. The Rangers win today. We know that this team needs to do more. I absolutely agree with Darnell here. You've got to go get a bat. Do not just rest on what you've got right now. Be aggressive. Go get a bat. Rangers got to get out of the habit of losing the opener of a series. Yeah, it does appear to be a thing right now. It really does appear to be a bit of a thing right now. Like, losing the first game of a series, this isn't rocket science. This isn't like groundbreaking analysis, y'all, but you guys hear me say it all the time. Winning that first game is so huge. Just mathematically speaking, right? You've got a much better chance to win a series when you win that first game. You only have to win one of the next two. I mean, again, this isn't rocket science, but it just feels so much better when you get that first game. It really, really does. And so right now, we enjoy this one. We can easily go wide lens and, really try and contextualize within the entire season. Let's just enjoy a series win and a win today. We all know this Rangers team has their flaws. We can talk about them eventually. I feel like we got to blast the positivity today a little bit. It's a great win, a great comeback win. You got a little luck. You got a little fortune. And you ended up winning a ball game today. It's huge. And you did have some guys really earning it for you out there. I think you got to look at Justin Foscue. They're showing him right now. Foscue with an incredible series in Colorado. You just desperately hope that the Coors Field bat of Foscue travels. You hope this version of JF travels to California. I know that Coors Field, definitely a hitter's ballpark. You hope, though, that the confidence that was built here translates into the Angels series. Hope so. Let's see. What got work to do and tighten up? Anthony, absolutely. I mean, look, some of you guys know I've coached various levels of baseball, JV, done a little work with varsity, like assistant stuff, done middle school baseball, done the little league stuff. Man, I've done like everything, never college, never pros. But I always loved when you win a game, but there's obviously things that you can work on in practice, like the next day, right? You won the game, but there's so many things you can point to. We need to get better at this, and this. This is a good win for that, right? You win today, but you notice and you look at, hey, there are things we can clearly still get better at. And I don't think anybody's denying that. We keep on going. Amazing what a difference a year makes for Foscue. Garrett, yeah, I think Foscue right now, my opinion of him, so happy for what he did this series and how much success he had. Cautiously optimistic, I think, is the best way I can put it for JF. I'm not thinking that something crazy got unlocked here per se. I hope it did. I would probably not make that assertion right now. If he kills it and crushes it in Anaheim, I might be singing a different tune on Sunday. But at this point, I got to see a little bit more from him. What a great series, though, just for him to take advantage of the opportunity he has. Corey Seager on the shelf. They move Zeke over to shortstop. Big primo chance for Justin to show what he's got. And he really contributed in a big way for the Rangers in this series. Better than his 0 for 41 debut for sure. For sure. Yeah, Duran's killing it. Colton, we talked about Duran earlier on the show when he was up to bat. I mean, this is probably one of the hottest hitters in the league right now, and that's not exaggeration. Dude's got 15 RBI in his last 15 games. I mean, there's not a lot of hitters in baseball that have better numbers than that. It's very few. The hottest second baseman in the game. Nobody has more RBI over their last 15 games, talking second baseman, than Zeke Duran right now. I looked that up last night. I don't think Bryson Stott had 2 RBI today or an RBI today. So look, it was him and Bryson Stott knotted at 12. Zeke, with the day that he has today, brings that total up even more. Yeah, he is now at 15 RBI in his last 15 games. Very, very impressive, man. Good stuff. All right, let me keep rolling here with comments. Appreciate all you guys. Getting back to 500 would be phenomenal. It would be phenomenal. Hey, Cody Freeman's prediction, man. His brother Tyler tried to ruin it. I don't know if y'all made that connection, but Cody Freeman's brother Tyler plays for the Rockies, had an RBI today that tied the game, later scored the go-ahead run that made it 4-3. Tyler was trying to ruin Cody's prediction, but it did not happen. Cody said Monday night we were going to come back and win the series, and I believe right now we are at 6-4. 6-4 or 7-4? Let's see. We won. Yeah, I want to say it's at 6-4 at this point. Yeah, we won 2 against. I could be wrong on this one. I never was a math guy, but we won 2 against Chicago, right? And then after that, we ended up then winning 2 against the Diamondbacks, right? So we were 4-1 coming out of that series. You won 1 against the Astros, and then you won 2 against the Rockies. There you go. So you're up to 7 wins, and then you're at 4 total losses. Is that right? 5 total losses. 7-5. 7-4. And I'm struggling today, y'all. I got to get the energy drink. I got to get the 5th cup of coffee going. 7-4. There we go. We'll take it. So you had the loss against the Diamondbacks, the 2 losses against the Astros, and you had the 1 loss against the Rockies. Fair enough. Good stuff. And then, of course, you had the 7 wins, 7-4. So they have to go 3-1 over the next 4 games in order for Cody to be right. Hey, good stuff. Good for Cody, man. He's proving me wrong. He's proving me wrong. He always tells us not to panic, and we were panicking on Monday night, that's for sure. We were panicking on Monday. By the way, Cody also said on Monday, he dropped by just in the TikTok chat, and he said he's getting better. He's continuing to make good progress, and hopefully we'll see Cody back in a Rangers uniform by the beginning of June. That would be phenomenal. Maybe even late May. How them Rangers looking tonight? W. W, man. Yeah, Brian, that's his brother. That is his brother. When I interviewed Cody in early January, I think that's when Cody and I did our hour-long interview, which you can go check out, by the way. It's on my YouTube page. So all y'all on TikTok, if you do not follow me over on YouTube, you can go watch that interview. Cody's awesome. I'm sure Cody doesn't like hearing some of the negativity that has to come from us at times based on how the team's playing. He's a really good sport. And look, he always is popping in from time to time. God bless him. I appreciate it. He is always trying to get our head back on straight. And so far, the predictions are going pretty well. It's going to be tough for him. This 10-5, it's possible with the Angels. You sweep the Angels, he's 100% correct, right? You win 2 out of 3, then it comes down to the Monday game, right? We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Yeah, Tyler definitely tried to put a wrench in the plan today, Cody's brother, but it was not meant to be. Yeah, Dave, yeah, meningitis, Holly, you covered it. And then he had like a wrist injury and a glute injury as well, talking about Josh Smith. Let me check in on Instagram here. Marshall, what's good, man? Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I 100% agree with you for sure. Lats was phenomenal today. A lot of you guys commenting on Lats. Was Berger wearing glasses earlier? Inning after he went yard, I swore he was wearing some goggles. I know he had the shades. I saw the shades. I don't know about the goggles, but I'll have to check that out. Bobby, what's good, man? Yeah, look, I absolutely appreciate everybody that's brand new. I see a couple people have followed since we went live. Thank you so much. Hope you like the vibe, man. We just talk ball, talk Rangers baseball. It's great. Try and get as many comments and questions in as we can. Obviously, I get on my soapboxes from time to time. You guys know the drill, but nevertheless, Jungle Cat went through a little slide, but a good bounce back. I hope he stays healthy. Jerry, same thing. Man, that AB from Josh, it was not looking good. We got to be honest. I feel like after the pass ball, he really locked in, man. Really locked in, and you just saw a little bit more confidence. He started taking some pitches. It was just very aggressive and anxious until Jock Peterson scored that tying run. I think that made all the difference. Cam Cauley, monster game today at Round Rock. Any chance we send Carter down and bring him up? Steve, great question. My prediction would be no, not right now. Cam, by the way, he is not on the 40-man, I don't believe. So if you did add Cam Cauley, you would have to DFA somebody. That's not totally out of the picture, but I think unlikely at this point. The only thing with Carter that I feel like you have to worry about, I think it's a legitimate question, all right? And I've been frustrated with Carter's bat as well. I made a video about Evan, probably 3 or 4 days ago. Go check it out. I did a whole video on this. Like, Evan Carter right now is trending towards what Leody Taveras eventually became. Leody was a top prospect in the Rangers organization. He was very, very highly lauded, untouchable. You know, there was talks of trading him here and there. No Rangers fan really wanted to trade Leody. The upside was too great. And he ultimately ended up becoming a platoon player for us. Granted, a World Series champion platoon player, but a platoon player nonetheless. And it feels like that is the direction Evan Carter is trending. Am I saying that, you know, Evan Carter and Leody Taveras are like the same player? No. But from the perspective of top prospect, not really becoming that everyday all-star type that the hype was for, especially after Evan Carter's 2023, I think it's a pretty strong comparison. I do think that Evan Carter's glove is going to keep him at the big league level. I really do worry. You bench Evan Carter or you send him down to AAA, you know, it's easy to sit around and say, yeah, throw Osuna out there in center field. Throw Haggerty out there. And I think you'll just find that there's not a lot of guys that do it better than Evan Carter. And honestly, although Leody was not as good defensively as Evan is, it was kind of the same argument with Leody. Leote did have some really good, solid years defensively. Leote's 2023 campaign was a very good defensive year for him. Now, in 2025, he had one of his worst defensive years, talking about Leote Taveras, before they actually DFA'd him, right? I think Evan Carter, the glove, is too valuable at this point to just totally DFA or send him down. You're worried about the defense right now. What do you think it's going to look like without Evan Carter patrolling center field a majority of the time? It's only going to get a little worse. I know that's not what some people want to hear, and I'm frustrated. Like I said, disappointed, frustrated with the bat as well. But I do worry. Man, I don't want to get worse defensively. I really don't. I don't like the futility offensively, but I really don't want to get worse defensively. You guys know this is one of my biggest pet peeves this year with this team, is how much they kick the ball around. And today, no errors, beautiful. Didn't feel like there were any plays that should have been made, or were straight up errors that just ended up getting scored hits. It feels like today was a pretty clean game, and it's not a surprise they win the ball game as a result. When a game is this close on the margins, you can't afford any errors. You had the Rockies with an error. They had the catcher's interference. They had the passed ball. You can't afford errors if you're the Rangers, right? This is how they win games. They play clean. They get pretty good pitching performances, and they just score enough runs, man. That's the recipe. So I'm a little worried. You demote Evan Carter, the defense is not going to get better. It's going to get worse. And that is a scary prospect to me. That's for sure. Do I think the Rangers make the postseason? I would say at this point, I feel like it's very possible, and I would probably bet yes, just based on the AL and how it's doing. Now, I got to be real with you. I don't feel great as currently constructed. Rangers currently constructed without any moves. I don't feel great about the Rangers' chances of going deep in October without adds at the trade deadline. And who's going to actually be able to look into that crystal ball and see what moves the Rangers are actually going to make? But I would say at this point, it feels like, yeah, they're going to find a way to squeak in with how mediocre the AL is at this point. We are going to have to see. You'd love the Rangers to start playing better, because I do believe that there are some teams that are going to catch fire here in June into the summer months, and you don't want to be that team that stays at that even plateau while you've got all these other teams taking off. So I think right now it feels like the Rangers could make the playoffs. I just worry, how deep are they really going to go unless they seriously add more firepower on offense. Probably need to get another relief pitcher that can pitch late. Those feel like the biggest things to me right now. Carter's glove is keeping him playing almost every day for sure. Yep, 100%. Good comeback win. Wish the score wasn't this close against the Rockies. Same exact thought, but you know what? You're going to look back on this series, and it's going to be, hey, 2 out of 3 wins. You're not going to worry too much about what happened. You're just going to look back, hey, we won the series, and that's huge. That's honestly huge. Let's keep going. What else we got? CY and ownership seem to be buy at deadline, let other teams pay the contract down. We give up top prospects. Yeah, that does seem to be the mentality, doesn't it? Hey, we're not going to pay you in free agency, but we'll give you our top prospects. I mean, look, that's one strategy. So might they go all in with a Walcott trade? Potentially, I think it's on the table. Rangers have scored a lot of runs the last 4 games. Yeah, they scored 20 runs, right? They scored 6 on Monday, 10 on Tuesday, 21 runs. That's a lot different than that Astros series, isn't it? Nice to see the Rangers plating some runs, that is for sure. Hey, another couple other things I wanted to chat about as Skip Schumacher is getting interviewed here. I really am wondering, with the Mackenzie Gore exit, maybe they consider, with the off day tomorrow, might they consider messing with the rotation a little bit? I know this is getting maybe a little bit into the minutia weeds, but I'm still going to bring it up, and I want to see what you guys think about this. I'd really like to see them break up DeGrom and Eovaldi back-to-back. on one hand, you love it because when you can throw the two aces back to back at somebody, you feel like you've got 2 wins right there. But man, it is taxing on the bullpen when you get to 3, 4, 5 in this rotation. I know that Rocker had an awesome start yesterday, and it wasn't a start, right? It was a relief appearance technically. I know Rocker pitched great yesterday, and the bullpen largely was saved. You had, only an inning and a third that needed to be accounted for. But consistently, the 3, 4, 5 spots in our rotation have been really, really off and on, hit or miss in terms of getting length out of those spots. Today, Jack Leiter only goes 5 innings. You had to have the bullpen take care of the 4 additional. Would you think about potentially breaking up Evaldi and DeGrom, not having them throw back to back? I'm leaning that direction, especially with the injury to Gore. I know he's probably not going to go on the IL, and he'll probably make his next start. You've got the off day. I feel like you kind of have an opportunity here to reset things if you wanted. Do you really want to keep going Gore, Rocker, Leiter, back to back to back? 3 guys that, let's be real, consistently have not been able to make it to the 6th and 7th innings. You know that those 3 starts consecutively are going to probably be starts where the bullpen has a much heavier load. I would consider mixing up the rotation a little bit and potentially breaking up DeGrom and Evo so they're not back to back. What does that look like? I think it could be as simple as, you have Mackenzie Gore drop down a little bit, maybe even miss a Gore start. You could skip a Mackenzie Gore start if you wanted to. I really want them to make sure that lat issue is under control. And I really want to make sure that happens. I don't know if Gore, look, I would imagine Gore does start. I would imagine, but at the same time, if he's dealing with any kind of soreness with the off day tomorrow, you could skip Gore in the rotation. You could skip him, right? You could easily go straight to Kumar Rocker because Rocker will have, let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You could throw Kumar Rocker on Sunday. That is a possibility. You could also potentially throw Gore even on Saturday if you wanted to. If you wanted to move him up, if he is feeling great, Gore's going to have 4 days in between, and he didn't throw very many on Tuesday, right? You barely had Gore throw at all, on Monday. So you could have Gore start on Saturday if he's feeling good and there's no injury effects. That would break it up a little bit with Evaldi and with DeGrom. If you went DeGrom, Gore, and then Evo on Sunday, that's the kind of breakup that I'm talking about here a little bit. Do we throw Rocker in at the 2 but have him as the bulk arm? Obviously, small sample size, but he 8 innings last night for sure. I really am not convinced. I don't know if this is what you're saying, and I'm on the fly a little bit here. Like, you could potentially have Rocker be in between DeGrom and Evo. I don't mind that. Now, how would that line up? He would have to start on Saturday, and you have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's probably not going to happen, right? I do feel like the long-term plan with Rocker has to be getting him back to starting in the first inning. And Skip kind of said that as much, right? They're not going to do this opener thing forever with Kumar Rocker. Good on Skip to press the right buttons last night, but you can't do this opener thing forever. Teams are going to catch on. If you're always making Rocker be the second inning on guy, teams are going to catch on to that. They're going to play the lineup and they're going to adjust it to make it where the Rocker advantage, whether it's mixing the righties and the lefties in there, teams are going to catch on. But I do think at this point, you really need to try and see if you can get DeGrom and Evo spread out just a little bit. I think it would help the bullpen a lot. Really do. Robbie, appreciate it, man. Yeah, nice W today for sure. Kumar isn't as good as we think. The start he had against the Rockies was great, but do these starts against 500 teams are better? I do think you have to take Kumar's start, or I know we keep saying start. I hope y'all know what I mean. Kumar's outing yesterday, I do think you have to take it with a grain of salt. It was phenomenal. You can only pitch against the teams that are in front of you. But yeah, he's playing the Rockies. I think that's fair. Let's see him do it against a team with more talent. The Rockies, not really the measuring stick that you're looking for here. But again, he can only pitch against the teams that are scheduled, that are on the calendar. And so for me, I'm not going to knock him down too many pegs, but I do think you file that one away. Hey, let's see if he can do this against a winning team, a team that's close to 500, not a team that has one of the worst records in baseball, right? DeGrom's been bad the first inning as well. He gives up 0. We win. It does feel like that. DeGrom susceptible to those first inning solo shots, right? Be great to see him figure it out. Both those guys. That I think is going to be Jordan Teague's number one project. What is it about the first inning, man? And what can we do to get these guys out of the first inning with 0s? Looks like Berger just had the flip down shades, by the way. Hey, look, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news. Does anybody else remember last year when the Rangers went to LA? Didn't we have some of our aces just bad starts? I feel like DeGrom had like a bad start out in LA last year. I don't know if I'm not remembering that correctly, but it feels like it. Feels like DeGrom had a rough time out in LA last time he pitched out there. I'm going to check it out. I want to see what's going on here. I want to check it out, but man, it feels like we had an interesting outing from Jacob DeGrom last time he was in Los Angeles for this Angels series. We'll check it out while we're talking. Rangers scored 30 runs the last 4 games. It's incredible. Believe that was the A's. Okay. Y'all can check me on this. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look at the game log from last year. We're going to see if we can figure this out. I just feel like the pitchers went to the West Coast last year and really kind of wet the bed. Like, for lack of a better expression, I feel like the West Coast was a little rough for some of our guys. All right, let's go to DeGrom's game log from 2025 and let's check this out. So in 2025, at LA, he pitched well against LA at Globe Life. Yeah, he did. July 28th at Los Angeles, 5 1/3, 5 earned runs, 2 homers. So yeah, I was correct on that one. You had DeGrom getting a little roughed up out in Anaheim last time. Then he went to Anaheim. He went to Anaheim on July 7th, so that was the 28th. Then on July 7th, 5 innings, 3 earned runs. So he gave up home runs in both starts, and looks like those were the 3 outings he had against the Angels. We'll see. Hopefully DeGrom can be a little bit better than, let's see, 10 innings, 10 1/3 with a total of 7 earned runs. That's what DeGrom was last year out at Anaheim. 10 1/3, 7 earned. You hope he can buck that trend, man. That was not great, to say the very least. Not great from him. DeGrom, though, as a whole, 0.91 whip, man, 3.02 ERA. He's pitching well. He's pitching well. If Duran keeps this hot streak going, do we have the Josh Smith conversation? I think this has already been put to bed, Dan. I don't think there's a lot of controversy here. Josh Smith is either going to be on the bench or in AAA. I mean, look, obviously we're pulling for him to make a full recovery, but he is going to be in AAA at Round Rock, or he's going to be on the bench for the Rangers. Zeke Duran has firmly planted himself as this team's everyday second baseman. I know he's playing shortstop right now because of the Seager injury, but Duran is going to be the guy. It's going to take a prolonged cold streak for Zeke Duran to lose this position at this point. Let's see. Would you DFA Haggerty and keep Foscue on a healthy team? Well, yeah, at this point, I'm not Foscue gets DFA'd for Haggerty. Fascue's your first round draft pick from 2020. Haggerty is the guy you picked up last year after getting DFA'd by Seattle, right? For me, Haggerty is a guy that I've enjoyed watching play, but yeah, if it comes down to Foscue or Haggerty, it's going to be Haggerty getting the DFA. Higgy and Smith for Basayo, they're not going to do that at all. If they take it, great. They're not going to do that at all. Oh, let me see. Now I'm like panicking a little bit, and I want to see how Evo pitched out in Anaheim last year. Now this DeGrom 10 and a third, 7 earned runs has got me panicking a little bit. We're going to see, what did Nathan Eovaldi do out in Anaheim last year? We got to check this out. And I'm hoping it's a little bit better news than 10 and a third, 7 earned like DeGrom. All right, so Evo. He had a great start on July 30th, 7 innings, 1 earned run. He dominated. Evo dominated out in Anaheim. Last year, Evo against the Angels in Anaheim, 13 innings, 1 earned run. So Evo, much, much better numbers against the Angels playing out in Anaheim from last year, from the 2025 season. So we've got some things to look forward to. Hopefully more Evo dominance around the corner. Yeah, I'd be curious. I'd have to go to the baseball ref page and see what Evo's numbers are against the Angels in his career. Would I trade Seager for Devers and Arise? It's just a crazy one that would probably never happen. You know, what's the Devers contract, Ethan? I don't want to look it up right now. If you know it, let me know. How many more years does Devers have left on the contract? It's probably a couple more than Seager, right? Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing that deal. It's a tough one, but depending on the contract, I don't know if I'm doing that deal. Appreciate you guys sharing the live. Thank you so much. Thank you to the people that have followed so far as well. Let's see. We are at the hour mark right now, so we better go ahead and try and wrap up the game today, and then we will start previewing the series. We've already done that a little bit with the DeGrom Evo numbers from last year in Anaheim. We have the box score from today. Foscue 3 for 5. That one's going to stand out big time. We've already talked about JF a lot. Foscue came to play at Coors Field. You just hope that bat can travel when he goes and plays the Angels out in SoCal. Nimmo 1 for 3. We'll hold our breath. We'll say some prayers for Nimmo. Hopefully he is back healthy quickly. Josh Young 3 for 4, man. 3 for 4. 309, 839 OPS. Good for JJ. Ezequiel Duran 1 for 5, 2 RBI. Berger 2 for 5, 1 RBI. He went back-to-back home runs with Zeke earlier in this one. Hellman 0 for 4. Higgy 1 for 4. Haggerty 1 for 2. And then you had a lot of pinch hitting going on with that Haggerty spot. Mike Hellman, man. Look, he plays a nice center field out there, but he is struggling to hit the baseball consistently. He's struggling. I think with Seager going on the IL, you probably see Hellman get sent back down once the Astros series commences. Feels like Hellman is probably only up for this next weekend, and then he probably gets demoted. I can't imagine they'll keep Mike up unless, he just has a monster series, a monster of a series out in Anaheim. We'll keep rolling. Should Duran get a couple games at leadoff? We need to find that everyday leadoff hitter. Yeah, they've kind of tinkered around with leadoff, haven't they? They've done the, they've done the McCutchen leadoff. They've done the Jock Peterson leadoff. I think when everybody gets healthy, they'll go back to Nimmo. Duran wouldn't be terrible. I don't know if he walks enough. You really need a guy that can take walks at the leadoff position. Like for me, with Marcus was definitely at times a bit of an aggressive swinger, but Marcus could take walks. Like that is something that you enjoyed about him. Marcus could get that free pass for you. I don't know if Zeke is consistent enough with the walks for me to feel good about him being in the leadoff spot. Look, he has, a total of 5 walks in his last 15 games. It's not terrible. 12 walks in his last 30. I mean, I thought it was going to be worse than this, but Zeke, to me, probably not a patient enough hitter for me to want him at number 1. I understand the sentiment, and you want the consistency at the leadoff spot, and it is very important. It wouldn't hurt to try it, but ideally you want a bit of a more of an OBP type bat, I think, in that leadoff spot. if you can help it. Kutch feels like the days in Texas are numbered. I think Kutch is actually going to stick around longer than people think. I think his clubhouse presence is really, really something that we can't necessarily quantify. Now, you can't hang around forever just based on the clubhouse guy. And I've said that, vociferously for the last couple of years. Like, you're not keeping your roster spot because you're a good vibes guy, or because you created the lasso, or because you're a good mentor. Those things can work in tandem with production, but if you're not producing at all, it's hard, right? I do think McCutchen is probably going to stick a little bit longer than what people really think. Giants want to trade Devers? Wow. Okay. I have not read that, but I'm going to look into it. Let's see. Holly says Kutch is the new Hedgie. Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously with a little bit more potential for actually being productive offensively, but I would probably agree with that. I think right now, Kutch, even though he's not hitting great, and I mean, just to clarify, he's at a 600 OPS, 220 average, roughly. I did a slight amount of rounding there, but I do feel like it's going to be a guy like Haggerty before Kutch gets the DFA. That's just me. Devers has 2 more years on his deal than Seager at $28 million, 3 years younger than Seager. Yeah, I think that it's an interesting trade that, like you said, probably isn't going to happen. I'd have to look more into it. My gut feeling just initially is no, without doing a lot of research. Maybe I research it a little bit more and I feel differently. We keep going. Yeah, Jesse, keep doing your thing, man. That would be freaking awesome. I would love that. The Rangers went out and got the wrong Seager brother. Yeah, Kyle, Corey's brother Kyle, Ranger killer that he was, man. He was a good ball player, that's for sure. Kyle does not have 2 World Series MVPs, though. That is something that we cannot deny here. What would the lineup look like without Seager? Well, you're seeing it right now. I think Devers in that scenario, if you're asking about Devers, he would probably just slide right in, right around where Seager is, second or third, something like that. We keep rolling. Appreciate you guys. Let's go to the games coming up this weekend. Let's look and see if there's anything preview-wise worth going through. Rangers off tomorrow, back on Friday. Right now, neither team has announced a starter. I guess I got to go over to ESPN, man. They're making me do it. We'll go to ESPN to get our batter-pitcher preview here. But it looks like Rangers are going to be going DeGrom, Evaldi, and Gore if everything lines up well. DeGrom, Evaldi, and Gore, I think, is the main plan here. The Angels are throwing Rodriguez, who has a 17-18 ERA right now. I said that correctly. 17-18. Okay. Jacob DeGrom, by the way, batter versus pitcher against the Angels. Looks like you've got Joe Adell, 1 for 6. Adam Frazier, 5 for 12. Jeez. Vaughn Grissom, 1 for 3. Moncada, 0 for 3. Zach Neto, 4 for 8 with a home run. Jorge Soler, 3 for 10 with a home run. Ohapi, 1 for 5. Shanuel, 0 for 6. Mike Trout, 2 for 5. So you have Soler and you have Neto with home runs apiece. Nobody else, though, on the Angels has a home run off DeGrom. And you've pretty much got to look out for Trout, Neto, Frazier. Throw him in there, Adam Frazier. Other than that, I really do hope DeGrom can come back, rebound from his last start. It was not his finest hour in Houston, giving up 4 solo shots. It was ridiculous. Rangers didn't give him any run support, but still, 4 solo shots, man. Absolutely wild. Look, we will go on to the next couple of days and see. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we understand what the setup is going to be unless the Rangers do something weird with Gore, pushing him back, moving him up. We'll see Evo and then Gore after that. Appreciate you guys. Kyle loved hitting in Texas. Okay, maybe the Rangers should have went out and got Kyle the pair. That would have been fun. Kyle and Corey on the same Seattle sports page. Appreciate all the comments, man. That would definitely would have been fun. 100%. Hey, all right, y'all. I'm going to take off. Appreciate all you guys. We are going to have a couple of videos coming out your way. One tomorrow, one on Friday. That's going to be the plan. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday night. We'll take a day off from the lives tomorrow, although we'll have a video out for you guys, and then we'll be back ready to rock and roll Friday night. Late night baseball coming this weekend, man. Late night baseball, 9:38 start time. 9:38 start time. That's Eastern. Okay, so 8:38 Texas time, 6:38 for me out here on the West Coast. So we got a little late night Friday night action. Here we go. That's the plan. Hopefully we'll be talking about another Rangers win. Thank you to everybody that's followed, commented since the show has gone live. If you still haven't hit that subscribe or follow button, hey, come on now, let's go. You get the vibe. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We do this pretty much every day, so thank you in advance for hitting that follow, hitting that subscribe button, and thank you for all the ways you support the show. We don't take any of them for granted. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night, and as I always say to end every show, God bless and go Rangers.